guys, I'm Juliana, your automotive woman, and this week I'm checking out the 2020 Porsche Macan Turbo. And anytime I start a video with the exhaust test, you know it's going to be a good one. Hit it! Amazing! Okay, so there's a lot more to the 2020 Porsche Macan Turbo than just the exhaust system. However, the sport exhaust system is now offered as standard equipment in the Turbo. But the big news in 2020 is the engine actually got smaller. The engine is smaller, but now produces more horsepower, better fuel economy. In the Porsche Macan Turbo, you'll receive the 2.9 liter V6 twin turbocharged PDK transmission that now produces 434 horsepower with 405 pounds of foot torque. But when you add the Sport Chrono package like I have, this baby will go 0 to 100 in 4.1 seconds. But I saved that clip for later. My Macan is actually equipped with the optional 21-inch wheel package. I prefer these ones over their 20-inch because if you plan to track your Macan, which you can, you're already ahead of the game. But what's also new for 2020 and standard on the Turbo is Porsche surface coating on the brakes. This helps improve wear and tear and overall performance. Pretty cool that this technology is now offered as standard equipment on the Turbo. So in 2019, Porsche updated the lights around the whole Macan, and the rear bumper lights actually now run straight across and they look fantastic. But what I think is pretty cool is how you open the trunk on a Macan, and you actually push this button right under here, embedded within the rear wiper blade system. If you want to learn how to adjust the height, well, click the link above. In my latest How To Tuesday video, I actually show you how, and it's pretty cool tech. That said, for a compact SUV, the space isn't bad. It's not as good as some of their competitors, but the only annoying part is to put down the rear seats, I actually have to walk all the way around the side. I don't have to do that in a Mercedes. That said, Porsche actually does provide you with an extra spare tire and car jack found under here. The Macan is a 5-passenger SUV, and I'll speak more about comfort during my test drive. But this particular model is equipped with the optional heated seats in addition to the optional sunblock. Connectivity is fair, you have 2 USB ports. Storage, also fair, you have space behind the seats in addition to the sides, and some more up here with 2 cup holders. But the interesting thing back here is your climate control zone. You actually don't control your zone. Well, you do and you don't. Try to follow along. Your temperature is actually set by whatever the front seat passengers are doing. So if their temperature is set at 20 degrees Celsius, yours is going to be at 20 degrees Celsius. But from there, you'll be able to either raise it or lower it. Sounds confusing. Not sure why it's like that. If you're going to offer me another climate zone, just let me control whether I want it hot or cold from the beginning. A little bit confusing there, Porsche. This is where the magic happens in a Porsche, behind the driver's seat. But first, don't let all the buttons shock you because they're quite easy. I'll break it down for you. First, let's start up top. For 2020, you're gonna receive a larger touchscreen. It's now 10.9 inches. You'll receive standard navigation in the Turbo and Apple CarPlay. You'll primarily just use this touchscreen for your navigation, your multimedia. But when you drop it down to here, this is gonna be all your control settings. That's how easy it is, okay? Again, don't get shocked. You can sync both sides if you want, making it even easier. Now, in the Macan Turbo, you'll receive both heated and ventilated front seats. And you can control that all from up here. That's it. On this side, this is all about your driving modes, changing your air suspension ride height. If you want to take it off-roading, if you want to turn off your traction control, this side. On this side, you have your lane keeping assist. Turn it on or off. And like me, if you love that exhaust system, well, leave it on or turn it off to make it a little bit quieter when you're rolling through your neighborhood. It's that easy. But I had the carbon fiber package, the Sport Chrono package, the air suspension, and I had the optional Porsche GT steering wheel, which is incredible. With the Sport Chrono package, you can change your settings right here. So if you want comfort, put in comfort. If you want sport, put in sport. And then you want that Sport Plus. This is incredible. Now, the only place to be when you have a Porsche is either on the road or on the racetrack. So how do you start the Macan? Very interesting, actually. You have your key fob, which basically opens the vehicle for you. But then to turn it on, you have this very cool key fob embedded into the dash. And with that said, let's turn this baby on and let's hit the road. Okay, back behind the wheel of the 2020 Porsche Macan Turbo with all-wheel drive. I've been driving this beast now for just about a week, and I can 100% tell you my favorite feature is overall driving dynamics. Those 4-point LED lights look stunning, and launch control. Okay, 2020 Porsche Macan Turbo launch control test. Now, to be clear, I have the optional Sport Chrono package, which gives you launch control, which gives you Sport Plus mode, and which gives you more horsepower. I have that combined with the air suspension and GT Sport steering wheel. And when somebody in your household asks you to justify those extra costs, well, you just do this. You guys ready? Oh yeah. Yeah, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Amazing. Okay, so let's jump right into driving dynamics. So as soon as I picked up the Macan for the week, I had to hurry, pick up 2 additional associates, head over to Circuit iCar because we're planning some track days for 2021. So with that said, it's so important that when you do your test drive, you bring a friend or a family member who can occupy the passenger seat for you, both beside you and in the rear, because driving comfort with the optional air suspension is a must. I said it earlier, you can 100% track your Macan, and with that air suspension, it really helps to read the road. And both my front seat passenger and my rear, they were incredibly comfortable. They had nothing but amazing things to say about the Macan, and we had a good ways to drive, both to the circuit and then back to the office. Overall comfort, yeah, definitely Porsche doesn't forget about the driver as well. Porsche's known for their driving dynamics. They're known for taking care of the driver, and they don't just take care of you in the Macan, they take care of everybody. But let's talk about that transmission, the PDK. Famous with Porsche, it's essentially Porsche's way of saying dual clutch transmission, and it is lightning fast. When you drive in automatic mode, and I suggest only leaving it in automatic mode for a Sunday, the rest of the time you should be in manual mode and using those paddle shifters because it's so fast. But when you switch on the fly from automatic to manual, the transmission reads what RPM you are in, and it drops down to whatever gear is perfect for that speed, and you take off. Everything is instant. There is no lag, or at least in my opinion, there is no lag. Overall disappointments, if you want to even talk about disappointments, sure, fine. Some of the graphic work isn't the best on the camera, but I mean, would that stop me from purchasing a Macan? Absolutely not. I mean, you're buying a Porsche because of the driving. not because of some picture. You want a nice picture? Go Google a nice picture. But you're gonna get behind this beast and you're gonna love every minute of it. And when you have to justify the cost to your loved one, you just say, well, honey, listen, this car is actually 2 cars in one. It's both a sporty, functional SUV, so you can get the kids to school nice and safe, or I could take it to the racetrack. See that? Versatile. 2 cars in one. But besides that, guys, I always suggest in all of my videos is to go out for a test drive. Bring your family, bring your friends, really take a look at all that comfort. I'll provide a link down below so you can find your closest Porsche dealership. But besides that, I'm Juliana, your automotive woman. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't forget to watch How To Tuesday so you know how to adjust your rear liftgate. That's it. Thanks, guys.